For 6 decades, a Gulf Coast man has been on the front lines of the civil rights movement. During the 1960s, Bob Zellner repeatedly risked his life in the struggle for equal rights, working alongside some of the most famous names of that era.
Tonight, in a story you'll see only on News 5, our Bill Riles talks with Zellner about some of the most important moments from his life and the soon-to-be-released movie about him.
The movie Son of the South portrays only a short but turbulent time in the life of Bob Zellner. The Gulf Coast native has been at the forefront of the civil rights movement for 6 decades.
I guess my role was to show that even as a white Southerner, you can get involved in the front lines of the civil rights movement and survive.
At Huntington College in Montgomery, he became the first white member of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, or SNCC. And as a white man, his involvement on those front lines in the 1960s made him a target of KKK-led mobs, where he was often severely beaten and almost died.
Sometimes I was picked out to be arrested and thrown in jail and beaten.
This behind-the-scenes video of the production was provided to us by the TV department at Germantown High School in Memphis. One of their alumni worked on the film, which is being produced by Spike Lee. Zellner is portrayed by Lucas Till, who plays MacGyver on CBS. Montgomery native Barry Alexander Brown directed it. It was shot at some of the same locations in Montgomery and around the South where some of those violent incidents of the 60s happened.
I've known Bob Zellner for a long, long time. Bob is not somebody who was eager to join the civil rights movement.
Back then, it may have seemed unlikely. Zellner's father and grandfather were both KKK members. But once his father became a minister, he broke with the Klan and suffered for it.
I never understood as a young person the hurt that he went through when he was disowned by his own mother and father.
Zellner ended up working alongside some of the most famous names in the struggle for civil rights. And to understand just how important change was for Zellner and others who repeatedly put themselves in harm's way, you have to understand this.
And almost nobody worked with SNCC that wasn't prepared to die.
With those violent days of the past in contrast, I asked Zellner his take on the current protest over racial equality.
We have a freedom song called "Freedom is a Constant Struggle." So you can't just get to a point and then say, oh boy, all done, forget about it, go on about our business, because the same thing comes around again.
Bob Zellner says historians call this period the Third American Reconstruction. But this time, Zellner says he sees a chance for deep, systemic, long-lasting change. Son of the South is expected to be released later this year. Bill Riles, WKRG News 5.